Hey everyone, it's Judy, the body confidence coach, author of The Little Book of Body Confidence and creator of the Body Confidence Journey, the coaching program for women who want to stop chasing the perfect body and embrace the one that they are in. And today is Body Confident Friday. Now today I want to talk about what it means to have a healthy relationship with exercise. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is that almost every client I work with, the topic of exercise will come up. And for so many of them, their relationship with exercise is far from healthy, and it certainly isn't enjoyable, especially if they've been a dieter for much of their life, because they tend to relate to exercise in the same way that they do to food. And so rather than exercise being a source of pleasure, it is a way to mold their body, to make it smaller, or to try to achieve a certain body shape. And because we live in a culture that normalizes the idea of no pain, no gain, when it comes to exercising, clients often have a very unhealthy approach to movement. So what I want to do in this episode is explore what it means to have an unhealthy relationship with exercise, but also what are the things that we can do to have a more healthy relationship with exercise. So I'm going to start with some examples to help you understand whether your own relationship with exercise might be a bit unhealthy. So the first example of an unhealthy relationship with exercise is feeling that you must exercise in order to earn your food. So this is about not allowing yourself any pleasurable foods and sometimes any foods until you have done a predetermined amount of exercise. And this especially applies to food that you may label as bad. The second example of an unhealthy relationship with exercise is prioritizing exercise above and beyond everything else, and particularly above family time, for example. So choosing to do exercise sessions rather than, spending time with your children, your partner, or other family members. So I had a client who already had a regular exercise routine. She would exercise, 3 times a week. And what she would do is she would squeeze in another 3 sessions a week, but that would be at the expense of time spent with her baby daughter. Example number 3 is over-exercising. So doing an excessive number of workouts or too much in one workout. So for one client I worked with, her form of movement was walking, but she would feel that she hadn't done enough exercise unless she did, for example, a 20-kilometer walk. Example number 4 is feeling guilty for resting or not resting at all. So this is about not allowing yourself any rest days from exercise or pushing through pain or injury. So that is not a healthy relationship with exercise. And the final example that I've got for you is doing exercise with the sole purpose to change your body and nothing else. So it's about doing that but having little or no enjoyment from the movement. So if you relate to exercise in any of these ways, it's not going to be sustainable for you, and it's unlikely to be bringing you very much joy. Now, there is no doubt that regular movement can be good for both your physical and your mental health, but only when your relationship with exercise is healthy. So if you are stuck in a cycle of doing exercise that you don't enjoy just to change your body, is unlikely to bring you many positive benefits in the long term. And instead, the cycle can become obsessive. It can create feelings of guilt, exhaustion, and resentment. And none of these things are good for your mental health. And when you relate to exercise in an unhealthy way, it also reinforces the idea that your body just isn't good enough, which moves you further away from body acceptance. So if those are all examples of an unhealthy relationship with exercise, how can you create a healthy relationship with it? So I'm going to share with you 3 strategies to guide you. So the first is to focus on movement that you enjoy. So for exercise to be sustainable, it must be enjoyable. You are never going to do anything for the long term if it isn't joyful. And there are so many ways to move your body that there really is something for everyone. So ask yourself, when you're doing some exercise, how does this feel for me? Do you look forward to doing it? If you do, that's probably a good form of movement for you. But if not, perhaps you need to try something else. So I personally love doing exercise classes that involve dance. They don't feel like a chore for me. I love learning new routines and dancing to the music, and I have a lot of fun during the class, and I feel really good afterwards. But put me in circuit training or a HIIT class and it's a completely different story. They are not for me, and that is completely okay. So focus on the movement that you enjoy. Second, listen to your body. If you tune into your body, it will tell you what it needs. And this is so important. Being able to understand when your body needs rest or movement is vital for a healthy relationship, not only with exercise, but with your body. Pushing through extreme tiredness, pain, or injury is not healthy. When you honor what your body needs, you will not only avoid injury, but you'll get the maximum benefit from the movement that you are doing. For me, some days I don't have the energy for a dance class, so I rest or I do some gentle form of movement. And what I do is I just trust my body to tell me what it needs on any given day. So listen to your body. And the third and final strategy that I have for you is to question your motivation. So it's important to understand what is driving your desire to exercise. If you are doing it because you hate your body, exercise is simply a form of punishment. So ask what is driving you to exercise. And if you notice thoughts coming up about needing to earn your food or to burn calories, that's a sure sign the desire to exercise is motivated by body shame. So when you notice this happening, try to connect with your body to notice what it needs. So what would feel good for you today? And when you do this, this is a form of healthy self-care. So that's 3 strategies that you can use to create a healthier relationship with exercise. So just to recap, focus on movement that you enjoy. You're never going to sustain something that you hate. Listen to your body. It is going to tell you what it needs. And finally, always question your motivation for exercise. If it's about hating your body, that is not going to work for you. Now, I would love to hear how you get on with these strategies and also how you perceive your relationship with exercise. Is it healthy? Is it unhealthy? I would love it if you would leave me a comment below wherever you are listening. Now that's all I've got for you for this episode, but I hope to catch you next time. Thanks for listening.